Welcome. I am so excited you decided to join me today. I'm your teacher, Monta Monique, founder and creator of MoveOverMozart, offering traditional lessons for today's learners so you can learn where you want, how you want, and when you want. So whether you are a beginner or an intermediate student or even an advanced student, or if you're just one of those people who studied piano as a young person and are just coming back to learn music just because you love it. So in today's lesson, we will be exploring and learning the notes F, G, A, and B. Now, this is part of creating a solid music foundation. So if you're curious, keep watching and listening. So after today's lesson, after you've learned the notes F, G, A, and B, you can apply this to your playing or your composing or whatever you want to achieve in your musical life. But what I really want you to take away from this lesson is the feeling of being excited. And if you are excited, let me know right now in the comment section below. Say something like, I'm super excited to learn something new in music. Or if you're on Instagram, you can DM me and you can message me at #MoveOverMozart.com. Or if you are a member of our online community, don't forget you can always post your questions, your comments, little music performances for all to share over on Flipgrid. Now in today's lesson, we are going to be looking at where the notes F, G, A, and B are located on the piano. Then we are going to learn how to identify the notes F, G, A, and B. And finally, we are going to begin to play notes F, G, A, and B. Now, if you remember back to one of our previous lessons, we had looked at the music alphabet, and we learned that there were 7 letters in the music alphabet. And those letters were A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And in the lesson after that, we explored and learned the notes C, D, and E. So if you need to go back and look at those lessons, I will post the link for those lessons down below. So please watch those first. Now, before we jump into the lesson, I have 2 questions I want to ask you. The first question is, can you play this new pattern moving back down the piano? And question number 2 is, can you say the letter names as you play? Now, there is one more thing I want you to remember. At MoveOverMozart, we use something called setting up your piece for success. And this is really important. So if you haven't downloaded this free guide, I will leave a link for you and you can download that for free. And the second thing we use at MoveOverMozart is we use what we call the musical color palette. Now this is really important because when we are taking a closer look to see what the notes F, G, A, and B look like, we're going to be using specific colors. So if you need to go ahead and pause the video here, go ahead and download that because it will help you follow along in this lesson. Now, you're probably watching this video because you want to learn about music, right? But on a higher level, either as adult learners or as parents, we want our children to become confident and creative in more than one language. And I'll let you in on a little secret, music is truly a universal language. Now, music also can teach us and teach our children how to effectively collaborate and listen to others. So a great way to help your child develop their confidence is through music. All right, now let's jump into the lesson and let's see, what do the notes F, G, A, and B, what do they look like? So if you're just joining me, go ahead and grab your pencil or your colored pencils because we're going to do some marking in our books. So today we're going to start with the notes F, G, A, and B. Now, if you remember back from our lessons when we were looking at the groups of 3 black keys, remember how we found those 3 black keys. But today we're going to be looking at the 4 notes underneath those 3 black keys. So I'm going to grab, just for now, a blue pencil. You can grab any color pencil at this point. And I want you to circle the group of 3 black keys, just like this. Now I want you to notice that underneath those 3 black keys are the new notes we're going to be learning today. And those note letter names are F, G, A, and B. Now the first job that we're going to do is we're going to circle all of the notes of 3 black keys. So the groups of 3 black keys, let's circle them together. Now, if at any point I'm moving too fast for you, just pause the video and you can finish and then join me. All right. Now I'm going to keep with my blue pencil, and again, you can use any color pencil you like. It's totally up to you, whatever works for you. Okay, so the first example they have for us is they have circled the set of 3 black keys. So let's find the next set of 3 black keys and circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do your best. Next group of 3 black keys, and there's another group, and the final group. Now, the next job that we need to do is we're going to write the 4 letters F, G, A, and B underneath those 3 black keys. So let's see, I think I'm gonna grab a different colored pencil. Let's grab a nice pink color. So we're going to write those letter names. So let's find our first group of 3 black keys. We're going to write F, G, A, and B. Next group, F, G, A, and B. Next group, F, G, A, and B. And finally, the last group, F, G, A, and B. All right, now that we know where the notes F, G, A, and B are on the piano, we're going to look at the piece called the escalator. So that means we're going to begin down low on the piano and moving up higher and higher by different patterns. We're going to be stepping. But the first thing we need to do is we're going to use our special colors for the numbers. So let's go ahead and look down below. And I'm going to let's grab a nice yellow pencil. And your job to follow along with me is to circle all of the number 3s in yellow. Doesn't matter if it's right hand or left hand, just circle all of the 3s, just like that. All right, now we have all of the 3s circled in yellow. Now the other color that we're going to use is the red color. So if you have a red pencil, you need to grab that now. So I have my red pencil handy, and now we're going to circle all of the number 2s red, because that means we're going to be using our second finger. All right, there we are. Now, the last thing that I would advise you to do, again, you don't have to do this, but it's just to help you. We're going to mark a couple things in our music here. So I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I'm going to grab a light blue pencil. Again, use any color that you like. So the first thing I want you to circle is the left hand, which means LH in music, and then the next left hand. Circle all of the left hands. Now this is going to be important because when we move to the piano, our hands are going to be crossing. So you have to bear in mind where your left hand plays and where your right hand plays. All right, let's go back into our pencils, and I think this time let's grab a nice orange color. Now for the right hand, RH, circle that in orange. And that way you can tell which hand plays where. And then finally, I'm going to grab a nice purple color. Again, choose any color. I'm going to circle 2 things. Now, this piece we're going to play forte. And you remember, forte means to play loud. And the last thing we're going to circle is the double bar line. And this indicates the end of a piece. All right, now that we have everything set up, now let's move over to the piano and hear what do the notes F, G, A, and B sound like. So for this lesson, we're going to be playing the notes F, G, A, and B. The first thing you need to do is to find the F, G, and A, and B. So find your middle C, go down to the next C, then find your group of 3 black keys. With your 4th finger, switch to your 3rd finger on the first black key of the group of 3 black keys, and then slide your finger down to F. So for this piece, we're going to be playing F and G, A and B with our right hand, switching over F and G, A and B, right hand, cross your left hand over, F, G, A, B, and so forth and so on. So let's begin. The first time through, I will say the finger numbers. The second time through, I will say the letter numbers. 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now with the letter names of the notes. F, G, A, E, F, G, A, E, F, G, A, E, F, G, A, B. So you've just completed your lesson, and I want to tell you, a job well done. Learning a new instrument is not easy. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you'd like to share your music with me, that would be most exciting. All right, we'll see you at your next lesson.